All right, welcome back to another 12 Days of Nintendo. Today we're going to talk about something we haven't mentioned in a long time on the podcast, but I know we all know it well, and perhaps all fear it just a little bit. Nintendo's daily maintenance. And I don't know, is anyone still participating in their daily maintenance? I guess it's sort of down to my Nintendo maintenance right now. And do we need more of it? Do we miss it and need more of it?
I don't miss it.
Well, I've been phasing parts of it out, and I can only keep up with so many of those things at a time. I sort of wrapped up with Pokemon Shuffle, but I still go back to Pocket Camp at times. When I was doing the Rocket Pass for Rocket League, I'd need to get on that most days to try and just chip away at it a little bit in order to meet goals. It gets to be a lot, and I don't mind it as much where it's something like Splatoon, where it's a couple of things a month to go in to keep up with, or even some of the more weekly ones. But when it gets to be daily, it's just too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fortnite's my only daily really now, and that's because it gives you daily challenges. I guess Nintendo was really ahead of the curve on this games as a service thing of having a reason to log into something every single day. I do like probably a weekly login still for my Nintendo. Luckily, I use the podcast as a reminder, like, oh, I haven't been to the Nintendo website this week. I'll go there and collect my 20 or 30 points or whatever. But I'm not really checking in on the games. Animal Crossing is one of those games where you feel like you gotta do it every day because there's stuff that refreshes.
But at least with Animal Crossing, at least with the ones that I remember starting with, it was seasonal. Yeah, there was stuff to do every couple weeks or every month. And there was stuff that you had to put some work into to collect everything that month for that event or whatever. But it wasn't this month only and then it's done. It was, if you missed it, you could get it next year. You could, it didn't have the same time urgency. This is your one window and that's it to get this done. That the current games tend to have more of.
Yeah, definitely. I've Jason's given me some new daily maintenance with Pokemon Go.
Yes, I've finally converted someone.
Which I'm not even playing it really. I'm logging in, sending him a gift, sometimes catching a Pokemon, sometimes spinning a Pokestop, but usually just going in and sending a gift until we can max out our friendship. And then will there be a reason to even send gifts anymore?
Just to get items.
I got so much Stardust, and you've given me a couple of great balls.
That's right. Well, that's what I give all my friends. My great friends get great balls.
But I don't know what else I'm doing. I don't think there's anything else I feel like I have to do anymore.
I don't know how great your balls are, but I don't
Sometimes they're ultra.
This is definitely Nintendo Open Air podcast. If you aren't familiar with it, this is very typical. But I think
balls of the week discussion.
That's right. So I think what has really killed the daily maintenance for me, or a lot of it, is My Nintendo versus Club Nintendo still. We've basically now found out that the My Nintendo points are for wallpapers, which I don't know if any of us ever use them.
And occasionally an exclusive 3DS theme.
Well, they're not really exclusive. They're just...
Some of them are.
I've let a few of those pass lately, because they were so... They're cool, but I'm just... Well, they're cool. It's just like I'm too lazy to even dig out the 3DS to put in the code.
I do like that they allow you to get two or more than one, I guess. So I can load one onto my daughter's and put one onto mine. And that gives me a way to spend 200 platinum coins instead of 100.
If they ever bring out
Expire at
Switch
the end of the
games,
month anyway.
that would be more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's all I have to do to revive my Nintendo is connect it to the Switch somehow, and that's how they'll get their participants.
Well, really, other than buying stuff or doing the stupid buy this digitally, pre-order this digitally, and get double gold coins, which is a deal, I guess, if you're going to buy stuff digitally.
But I mean, you're talking like how much off of a game, but double gold coins.
Yeah. Not too much, but not to mention the cost incurred of having to buy a bigger memory card, because you can only get so many Smash Brothers sized games onto a Switch before you're out of room. But yeah, I don't know. Max, do you do anything daily?
Yes.
Are you still chipping away at
Fire Emblem and Dragalia Lost? And recently, for some reason, I started playing Pocket Camp again. And I'm finding the Pocket Camp annoying.
I think Max has Ligma or something.
I can't believe that she's doing Dragalia Lost. I don't know if I knew about that.
Oh, I posted some pictures.
Don't
I
you
can't
check
tell
Twitter?
the difference between that and Fire Emblem.
Is it bad to admit I have no Nintendo maintenance at all?
You're lucky.
No, that's good. You got.
Like I don't even randomly I'll log into my Nintendo to get my 30 coins or something, but not weekly.
Yeah. Why don't we have an app for that on the Switch?
But even then, I still usually don't remember to check the eShop once a week on my 3DS.
I don't.
So why? How the hell is that not linked with my Nintendo? Like, I get rewarded for going to the Wii U or the 3DS eShop, but not the Switch eShop?
Yeah.
What world does that make sense? Whatever.
I guess I have to admit, I try to do the weekly into my Nintendo and Nintendo's website and the log into 3DS. It's a drag to do it, but I do still play the Badge Arcade every day, pretty much. But I enjoy that. Trying to finish some of those catchers, and sometimes it's frustrating. But I did cut back a lot of stuff. Like I stopped playing Fire Emblem. I stopped playing Mario Run for coins and things like that. Just at some points, it's become too much.
Yeah.
Too much maintenance.
I used to hop into Badge Arcade every now and then, but the last couple of times I've tried, it's been, it starts to do the update and, oh, look, you don't have enough memory, and I just can't be bothered to go and figure out something to delete just so that it has enough room to actually function properly again.
Mm.
I still play Badge Arcade maybe once every couple of weeks, if that. Jason mentions, oh, I got a whole bunch of free tries today. It's a really good one. So I'll pick it up and try it.
And a lot of the catchers too now are, the ones where there's one left on the end or two left on the end, and you have to get rid of the same 5 badges to get to them, and it usually takes your free play plus whatever plays you earn in the practice catcher to get to the point you were before, and it's very frustrating.
Yeah.
I still don't have that Badge Arcade bunny holding the Luna Blaster from Splatoon.
Oh, that's what?
It destroys part of my soul. All right. So do we think we need more maintenance games? Is Nintendo missing out on something?
No, they're not missing out.
I'm interested to see what they'll do with the next main Animal Crossing, if they're going to incorporate more of those elements, or if it'll be more like the other ones that, before Pocket Camp.
I imagine the next Animal, that's always been a component of Animal Crossing, is the daily and, the scheduled maintenance type stuff. You've got to meet this animal for a date in 10 minutes. Or 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Water your flowers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that has been always with Animal Crossing to an extent too. And I was forgetting too that Splatoon had even a bit of the daily initially, especially if you were trying to get costumes and such, where you'd have to check the shops regularly.
That's true.
And they have added more costumes a couple times now. But if you're just looking at the sort of more event stuff, then it's not as. And I guess it depends on how much you want to do. Really, it's what it comes down to. But yeah, I get worried as soon as there's more than one of those types of games on my plate. It just gets to be too much.
It's just taking you away from playing games you actually want to play. In a sad way.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know, I remember another game that I played a lot on 3DS was the Seal Diver, and that had none of that. It was just fun to get on and play with people, especially if you had some way to communicate and know who was on when. You know, besides just looking on your friends list and seeing if anyone was in. But
Miiverse.
That would be a better way to support ongoing play to me. Is some sort of online player like that combined with, you know, a more direct communication feature like Miiverse was, or something, you know, remotely similar.
Yeah, it's something that's definitely missing from the Switch. That interconnectivity.
Yeah.
I think Nintendo underestimates the importance of that.
Well, I mean, they gave us Miiverse for free. Now we're all paying $20 a year, and we get nothing. Nothing. No social functions. Like,
yeah,
you know, I should be able to drop into any one of your games at any time with your approval, of course, and just join you and go. And that should be. I mean, again, that should have been 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's like I'm friends with some random person on my Switch, and I can see that they're playing Fortnite about the same time I am. I would love to be able to get a message to them and say, hey, you know, give me your name on Fortnite and we can play together. You're playing so much, you gotta have the battle pass and get some friend points. But I can't.
Yeah, I think the only way you can really do that is if you import your friends from your Switch onto there, but then you still have no idea
who is who.
Yeah, who's who if they have a name that's different from their Switch name.
Well, if you're friends with them on Fortnite,
or in real life or on Twitter or anywhere else.
Well, I mean, in Fortnite and on your Switch, you can go to their name, or used to you could.
Yeah.
And it would tell you their Switch name.
So, that's right. Yeah. I don't know if that still works.
But to follow up on what Max was saying there, I miss those little blurbs above your friend card on the 3DS and on the Wii U, where you could just put playing Splatoon Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern or whatever, you know, and people would come. Or, you know, you could just put anyone want to play Splatoon and someone would see that within a few days and respond yes, and then you could meet up.
Yeah.
Or if you're playing Animal Crossing, saying gate's open.
Right.
And then they come visit.
Yeah. Or open your gate.
A couple weeks later, I did.
Yeah. Yeah, I never paid a lot of attention to those, but I know several people had full-length conversations, one status update at a time.
I still do, on occasion.
That's amazing. With who?
You know with who? Our friend Eric, of course. We miss you, Eric.
He's definitely still logging in daily for his points.
Yeah. He's the real arcade bunny, so he has a certain status to maintain.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't played the Cranes in so long.
They miss you. That bunny misses you.
It's all the same two things at the back of the catcher that I don't have. But God help us if that ever comes to Switch.
That would be a terrifying day.
Yeah. Like, oh, we gotta do this again.
And we're going to wrap up another 12 Days of Nintendo right here. Be sure and tune in for another episode tomorrow.